Who is this?
Bring it here. Come here. Give me that stick. Give it to me.
Who is this, Holly?
This is our bonus dog, Parker.
Bonus dog.
Bonus dog. He's not our dog, but we get to play with him.
Where's he from?
The neighbors.
And he likes fetch, apparently.
He likes fetch. He's not always good about bringing it all the way back. Oh, that was good, bud. Good job. Parker. Spider's not too happy.
The one good thing about Parker, the dog,
Parker.
is that he doesn't seem too terribly
Bring it back.
interested in the chickens.
Come here.
How about you?
No.
He always likes to drop it, take it, and drop it. So I have to walk for it.
He wants you to fetch it.
All right, Parker,
Oh, he split it.
you might need to go find somewhere else to hang out, bud. I locked myself out. Happy Sunday, friends. I'm Sean, the Modern Yeoman, and I came to two interesting realizations this morning. The first one, as I stood out here looking over my silage tarp, was it might be time to peel that old thing back and take a look underneath, see what's going on down there. The second realization that I came to is that, well, I owe you guys your monthly Homestead Update and Walkaround. So I thought to myself, why not take care of both of those things right now? As with all Walkaround episodes, you know how this works. Grab your favorite hot beverage. I myself prefer constant comment. Get a sturdy pair of boots and let's take a walk. If you watched today's opening, then I'd imagine you have a pretty good idea of what update number 1 is all about. That big, nasty old elm tree that's been sitting in our front yard and freaking us out is no longer there. We're able to track down a local outfit who was able to take down the elm tree with no problems whatsoever. They came out within a few days and knocked the thing down for us. Now that's good news in its own right, as that old tree was in pretty bad shape and liable to fall over in anything over a decent strength gust of wind, including falling over in our house, which we didn't want. But it actually led to a side benefit, which brings me to update number 2, something that I'm far more excited about, and that's mulch. Now you'd think a tree of that magnitude, that height, and that thickness would produce a lot more mulch than what you see behind me, but alas, this is all that I've got. Maybe 3 or 4 yards total, maybe 5 cubic yards of mulch, which, well, I'm certainly not complaining about. I wonder, will it be enough to cover our garden space? I had forgotten what the exact measurements were of my main garden space, so I went back and remeasured it, and it's 38 feet long by 32 feet wide-ish. So that would put my math isn't good, at some 1,200 something square feet that I need to cover, minus whatever's covered by the raised beds themselves, which will obviously be filled with just dirt and compost. That's the area that I need to cover with those 3 or 4 yards of mulch. I don't know if it'll be enough. Now, as with the last tree company that I spoke with, I did tell these guys that I worked with that cut down this elm tree that I'd be happy to take any mulch they have, that they could dump it here as much as I wanted to. And they said that they'd keep me in mind, but no promises. So if I do need to end up buying more mulch, I'm going to. Update number 3, Dad is working on a threshold for the pole barn. Is that correct?
That is correct. When we get heavy rains, which we are getting a lot of.
Monsoon season.
Yeah, it's rainy season. It just really comes tumbling in underneath these roll-up garage doors. That comes in pretty fast and furious, so we end up not with like a flood, but quite a bit of water. So I've researched different things that can be done. One of the suggestions that I came across was buying these, I don't know if they're vinyl or rubber thresholds.
Rubber.
Yeah, I guess they're probably rubber. Cut them to size, kind of clear off the cement as best as possible, lay down some adhesive caulk, set them in place. And the theory is that it'll keep the rain from getting in.
Up.
Success.
Looks pretty good to me.
Yep, I think that's right where I want it to be.
Nice. Also, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you'll have a pretty big update inside the house next week, right?
Yeah. I've been working because we have had a lot of rainy weather lately, so indoor projects.
Pretty major change.
Yeah, to one of the rooms.
Okay.
I don't know how much we should reveal at this point.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
It's coming next week. There's a major change. It looks a lot different. That's something I will say.
To one of the rooms, right. Yep.
Stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Now we come to update number 4, the great silage tarp reveal. Now, a quick primer for those that don't know. A silage tarp is meant to kill any vegetation underneath it, grass, weeds, anything green, after a period of 1 to 2 months of constant coverage. Now, I laid this thing out in late January, early February, something like that. So ideally, any grass underneath here should be dead or mostly dead. Let's take a peek. Okay, yep, this grass is certainly not healthy. It's so yellow that it's almost white, which is good. I think that it could probably stand to use another 2 weeks or so of laying under the silage tarp. We're getting more sun, and I'd imagine that more sun on this silage tarp does a better job of killing anything that's clinging on to life at this point. So I will plan to keep this silage tarp on another 1.5 to 2 weeks. We'll look at mid-March. And then after that, I will take the whole thing off and probably rent a rototiller and till up this soil and all this dead grass. A quick note before I let you go. My computer, my only computer, the computer I use to make these videos, has unfortunately been on the fritz lately. So after talking with the good folks at Apple, they informed me that after I bring it in, probably in the next few days here, that they'll need to keep it for a week. So let that serve as a warning that the next few videos that I produce, if I can produce in the next few weeks, will probably be a bit creative in terms of their production value. Anyways, until next time, thanks for hanging out with me, and remember, slowly, slowly.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.